Fat Joe said he felt guilty listening to Gunnas' album. He said the Gunnas' album is fire, but he felt guilty listening to it because Gunnas a rap. I'm just at a point like, yo, man, I gotta separate the road, the streets from the industry. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't say oh he's a rap and you can't say if you're not in Fat Joe, is Fat Joe still in the streets? That's the first question, yeah. If not, you're just an entertainer now. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're doing stuff behind closed doors and all that. I doubt that Fat Joe is involved in any illegal activity anymore. I don't know, man. You might pull up to one or two spots with something on you just in case for protection, or you might have security for that, or might have some people involved in that. You when you've been on the roads for so long, yeah, you've been in the streets for long, even when you've gone legit, yeah, there's just stuff that you're not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If someone robbed Fat Joe today, yeah, ran and stuck Fat Joe up and took all his jewels, and no one knew about it. I doubt he's gonna go and phone the police. You know, just off like growing up trained not to holler the police. Get me? But if an intruder broke into Fat Joe's house while he was there with his girl and his kids and he happened to scuffle with the intruder, take the gun off him, shoot him, leave him dead or something, he's gonna phone the police and say someone broke into my house and he's gonna say someone broke into my house and you get me, which is understandable. But I feel like once you're once you're not in the streets no more, you shouldn't really care about not care, but you shouldn't really be getting too deep involved in this rap talk. Oh, he's a rap, he's a this, he's a that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you're in the industry like Joey's, you're probably around some people that told, man. You get me? Like, so you're telling me you won't do business. Like people say that, you know, Jay-Z's Rockefeller, he's got a woman there working at his label called Desiree Perez here. If anybody knows about her, go and do research and check up on her. She got caught with a Kia or two, yeah, a Kia Coke or two, yeah. And she told and gave up a cartel and got a cartel. She testified and brought a cartel down. And people say, oh, look, like a lot of people always talk about how Rockefeller got rats on the thing. First and foremost, yeah, she's a woman, so there's plenty of women out on the roads here. There's plenty of women out on the roads right now that you could probably holler and say, yo, and phone them and say, yo, I need you to drop this from here to there. And she might get caught doing it here. And she tells on you, does that make her a snitch? I don't think so. I just think she's a woman that probably needed some extra money, got a good opportunity, tried to take the risk and got caught. And then, you know, the feds come and stuck it on her and she shit herself. And she told on the people. So when people always talk about this Desiree Perez, it's a rat, yeah, and she's a snitch and that, and Jay-Z's got a snitch working for her, I'm like, I don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man gotta learn to separate the streets from the industry. And when I say that, it's like Fat Joe talking about raps. If you hate rap so much, Fat Joe, you should be dropping your music and saying, yo, if you snitch, don't buy my music. But you won't say that. You won't say, if you're so anti-snitcher, you won't say, I'm dropping my album this week. If you're a rap, don't buy my album. Why would you do that? You don't care if the rap buys your album. I don't care if I was a rapper from the streets, I don't care who buys my album. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who buys my album. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? It's product at the end of the day. It's product and it's my art. Depending on how you look at it, because some man look at rap as a hustle, just like in the streets, getting the best product. They don't really look at it like, yo, this is my art or where they're going to drop music that they know will sell. So at that point there, it's just like a product in it that it's not your work of art. And that's what it is that's what it is with this thing. So when these people talk about people are rats and this and that, if I've got a business now, yeah, if I've got a clothing line and I'm selling clothing line, and I know, and I'm selling clothes or something like that, and I know a geezer told, snitched and told you, and then I've got some clothing, and the guy tells me, yo, I wanna buy a load of your clothing in bulk. Because he told you, am I supposed to say, nah, you're a snitch? When we're doing legit business, am I supposed to tell? Am I supposed to, I mean, not tell, am I supposed to say to you, nah, I'm not selling it yet? That's what I'm saying. Business is business. Street stuff is street stuff. Now, if I'm selling these clothes and he phones up and buys a bulk of these clothes off me, and then he says to me, bro, can you get me such and such as well? That's when I say, yo, hold on, bro. Nah. Don't ever phone me and ask me for none of that shit there. Don't ever holler at me. So what I'm saying is, yo, just let's just separate the roles from the industry, man. If you're in the industry, you're gonna have to be around people or do business with people that you wouldn't do in the streets. Yeah, because if that's the case, why are you getting out the streets? Why are you getting out the streets? That's what I'm saying. Let me get into this. Let me get into this thing with Fat Joe though.
Some guys that are the hottest guys in the game, rats. Like, I get a phone call from somebody, he says, yo, man, you got to check this album out. Ever since ever since I assumed you a rat, your people ain't fucking with you no more, you know, I'm not listening. I'm off you, no matter what you do. And I get on the plane and they fuck me. I listened to this album. This album was so good. I was so guilty of this shit. I listened to this album. I say, shit.
Didn't know you talking about Gunnas.
I'm not saying throw the flag. Throw the flag. Now you got a flag.
About.
You got a flag. You have a flag. Because we said we wasn't mentioning names like that.
But you just said all of that and what?
All I said the album was fire. There's a million rats out there.
Shout that you like his album.
Nah. And
you
so
just
what
said
happens
you liked it. You just said you enjoyed it. And then said, nah.
No. I'm not saying that. What I am saying
is... You just said it.
So where is... We don't care no more in hip-hop? You can rap? No, I'm asking.
You can't rap. But
what if you do? You got the #1 album? You got 2 million people on your live? You're this and that. What the fuck is going on the earth? And Gunna ain't right. He just said the gun in the car wasn't his, and there's only one other person in the car with him.
What?
You get that on the way home. This is crazy out here.
Shit.
Michael tells him, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. Let me try to lighten this.
You get me? There's Fat Joe saying, oh, guilty listening to my man's album now. I'll be honest here, if you're a street rapper and you told and then you come out and trying to drop street music and that, your authenticity to me is not, you're not credible. You know what I'm saying? You're not credible. But what people have to realize is a lot of people that listen to music and shit, they don't care if man are told or not. They don't care. And the Gunna thing, yeah. See that part there though, him finding a gun with 2 people in the car and you're saying it's not yours. You kind of implicating it is the other guy in full fair. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Gunna's case, I don't know. It sounded like he just pled guilty because he's seen the evidence and thought we're guilty, bro. But obviously the rest of them plead guilty. That's where it gets tricky. That's a whole other situation as well. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like obviously hip hop is from the streets. That's cool. That's fair enough. But look at Kodak Black, bro. He's done a tune with 6ix9ine, got £1 million for it. So you're telling me as an artist now, if your artist would do a song with 6ix9ine for £1 million, you're not hanging with him. You're not doing no crimes with him. You're doing legit business with him, and you're telling me that you're gonna say no because he's a rat, bro. On top of that, Kodak Black, this 6ix9ine on the song that he done with him. It's cold. Everyone's forgot about that. Kodak Black's still doing his thing. Obviously, he's kind of fell off a bit, but that's just due to drugs and all that other stuff here. But a few people was disappointed in him for doing the song, but it's not. Kodak Black's not cancelled. He can still get on the street. Rappers will still mess with him. Do you know what I'm saying? He done business with him, legit business. Now if Kodak Black was in the streets hanging around with 6ix9ine and that, I could understand man saying, "Oh, 6ix9ine's cancelled." I mean, Kodak Black's cancelled, man. I'm not listening to him no more. But he done business with it. We gotta separate the business from the streets. What's the point of getting out the streets and then getting in the industry and trying to turn the industry into the streets as well? So if you turn the industry into the streets as well, what's all this getting out talk? We're never getting out there. We might as well just stay in the streets. That's my point. But let me know what you lot think about that anyway. But that's my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not doing business with someone who told legit business. I don't see that. I don't see a problem with that. Hanging with them and that now, that's a different thing. And you're still in the streets. If you're back in the streets hanging with them, now that's weird. You get me, boss? Legit business. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But what do you lot think anyway? Watch this video. Subscribe to the channel. Let's take a second right now to like the video. Yep. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. Holla back. Said World.
I done sold all this dope for years just to become a YouTuber. Shit fucked up, y'all.